Merry meet my fairy souls, it is Niina, you're watching Fairy Chamber channel. Welcome back to the Zodiac myths, and today we are talking about Sagittarius. Pretty much all the zodiac constellations of ancient Greece, they can be dated to ancient Babylonia and ancient Egypt, and possibly even older history than that. Symbol of the Sagittarius is the archer. And the archer, it was also a symbol that was used in ancient Babylonia in boundary stones. For the ancient Greeks, the archer, it was either a centaur, then satyrs and silence. And centaurs, of course, they were half man, half horses. Satyr, of course, was a half goat, half man. And Silene was someone who had horse's ears, horse's tail, and horse's hooves. And other than that, they were like ordinary men. There is a difference between Hellenistic satyr and classical satyr. The Hellenistic satyr, that was a ghost type satyr, and then the classical satyrs, they were horse type satyrs. Satyrs have a bit dual role in Greek mythology. Sometimes they were described to be very violent and very aggressive, and other times they were described to be very weak, very cowardly. Centaurs, who were very aggressive, very violent and very fearless fighters. And there's even stories that centaurs there uprooted young pine trees and used them as weapons. The origin of centaurs, it is rather interesting. It is a story about a Thessalian hero called Ixion, and he was thought to be a first man who committed murder, and he killed his stepfather because they had an argument about his wife's dowry. Zeus was supposed to punish him, but instead he was thinking how he could actually purify this hero from the guilt of murder. Ixion, he didn't really return to this kind act of Zeus. Instead he started to pursue Hera, Zeus's wife. Zeus heard from this, and he took a piece of cloud and shaped it to look like Hera, his wife. And from a union of this cloud and Ixion, all the centaurs were born. But what happened to Ixion? Well, he got the worst punishment of all. He was pushed inside an eternal wheel that whirls around in Tartarus for eternity. All except good centaur Chiron were son of Ixion and this cloud. And Chiron, he was son of Kronos, the leader of Titans and the parent of 12 Olympian gods. According to the legend, Kronos, he was pursuing Philura, who was the spirit of the linden tree, or nymph of the linden tree. To escape Kronos, Philura, she changed herself into a mare, and Kronos turned into a stallion, and from this rape, Centaur Chiron was born. Chiron, he lived in Mount Pelion with his mother Philura and his wife Chariclo. He lived very domestic life in a cave, gathering herbs, playing music. He was also the teacher of young heroes. He taught Jason, he taught Achilles how to track down animals. Some stories said that he also taught Hercules, and some says that he didn't teach Hercules, so we don't really know. There's also many records that say that he was friends with Hercules. Sagittarius is a fire sign ruled by Jupiter. It is said to be a dual sign because Sagittarius can be very fiery and very temperamental, but at the same time they can be very grounded. They are adventurers, pioneers, explorers, very passionate. My grandma and my grandpa were both Sagittarius. Well, my grandma is still alive, but my grandpa, he passed away last year. But anyway, I could get along with them separately, but when they were together, they were pretty much all the time on each other's throat. I don't know how they managed to live together for 60 plus years, but definitely never go between two Sagittarius fight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Moi moi!